Welcome to the recap of the White Sox 6-1 loss to the Seattle Mariners on Monday night in Seattle, Washington at T-Mobile Park. I'm Ryan McGuffey, and it's all brought to you by our great partners at Lakeside Bank, where every client has their own Lakeside banker. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. This one comes down to two crap calls in the third inning that go against the White Sox. It's a fact. Yes, the Mariners tacked on 3 in the bottom of the 8th. And I'll get into it in just a second. But this game came down to awful umping. I mean, the White Sox had one run. Awful umpiring, back-to-back calls in the third inning. It's also brought to you by our great partners at Tasty Trade. Stocks, cryptos, futures, options. Make all of your online trading at tastytrade.com. Click the QR code for a special offer from us here at the recap. All right, so the Mariners tack on 1 in the first. It's 1-0. Randy Arozarena had a night, and guess what? So did that damn Josh Naylor guy who just continues to make a career off the White Sox by going 3 for 4. It's 1-0. Noah Schultz pitching for the White Sox looked good. I mean, Noah Schultz struck out 6, had no walks today. His control was much better than it's been in the starts past. But you go to the third inning, the bottom of the third inning, okay? This is what happens in the bottom of the third. Johnny Parade is hit by a pitch. J.P. Crawford pops out, okay, 1 out, 1 on. Julio Rodriguez hits a soft line drive to Sam Antonacci, who's playing second base. Antonacci wisely makes the decision to let it hit his glove and hit the ground, okay? He scoops up, goes to Colson Montgomery short, 6-4-3 double play. However, the umpire signals out, okay? If it's an out, if it's a line drive out, the runner at first base is caught in between anyway, okay? So if that's an out, they double up the runner no matter what. So if they're going to call it out and they're not going to say Sam Antonacci made the smart play, which is, by the way, boom, boom, turn, quick, and out, 6-4-3 double play, there should be that should be the out end of the inning, by the way, okay? He says out, runner gets to go back to first. What the hell is this? Then Arozarena doubles. I just talked about Arozarena having a couple doubles. Arozarena doubles, all right? Pareda comes around second base on an angle that makes absolutely zero sense that you wouldn't teach to any damn little leaguer. Antonacci's walking away towards the outfield, okay? Towards the outfield. Pareda goes around so big that he slams into Antonacci. The third base coach from the Mariners does the wise thing and continues to send him home, knowing he's expecting that interference call. And what did the umpire say after review? There was interference. We're going to let him score the run. What the hell is going on? Will Venable came out after the first bad call. He comes out after the second one. He gets rung up. I was proud of Will Venable because that's the way to do. You're backing your team, and quite frankly, it's the right thing to do. It was a bad, horrible back-to-back calls. It cost the White Sox a run at 2-0 right there. It felt like 4-0 to me. The offense never really got going. It didn't surprise me. Long flight. They got in super late to Seattle, who is starting to ascend. They're getting closer to 500. The offense just wasn't having it tonight. 7th inning, Tristan Peters goes yard for the second straight day. Tristan Peters, all of a sudden, he had no career homers. He gets the big one yesterday on Sunday against the Cubs. Has one tonight, cuts the lead to 3-1. The Sox did threaten. They had 2 on in the 8th. They could do nothing with it. And then you saw for the young kid, Colt Emerson, who just got a $100 million contract as a prospect for the Mariners, hit a 3-run home run into the cheap seats in right field for the Mariners. His first career hit is his first career homer. 6-1, the final for the White Sox. Player of the game brought to you by, oh boy, our great partners at Gallagher Insurance. I'm just chapped. I really am. I'm chapped because those 2 calls were absolutely brutal. You could say Josh Naylor, but the White Sox offense just couldn't get going. Brian Wu was the difference in this game. He was in command all night, 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, no runs, just 3 hits. That brings us right to, well, that's our player of the game. Brought to you by Gallagher Insurance, AJG.com to learn more about them. And looking at the box score, I've already talked about the Mariners. You had multi-hit games from two players, Arozarena and Naylor, who absolutely destroy the White Sox almost every time. Antonacci had a pair of hits. Murakami had a couple of singles and a walk. He continues to just do things even when he's not homering. And then the only other hits were the Tristan Peters homer and the Drew Romo single. He did steal a base. That's Inside the Box Score, and it's brought to you by Sinus and Snoring MD.com. You want to stop snoring allergy season with the weather going up and down. They take care of it all of it for you. It's Sinus and Snoring MD.com. Quick look at the pitching matchup. I mentioned Noah Schultz and Brian Wu. Noah Schultz, 5 1/3, 3 earned, 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, and no walks. He allowed to home run. He looked good tonight. He was very much in command. Thought he pitched a really good game. But Brian Wu, no surprise. The guy's a strikeout master. He's got an ERA of 3.51, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, just 3 hits in 6 innings. Our pitching matchup is brought to you by Hooters. We call it Winging It. OriginalHooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations. Sox lose 6-1 on 2 horse crap calls. That's what they were. Horse crap calls by the umpires in the 3rd inning that cost the White Sox. The offense was what it was, but it certainly set the tone for the rest of the night. If you're actually scoreboard watching in the AL Central tonight, the Guardians did win again. The Tigers now 8 games under 500. We'll be back again at it tomorrow. The White Sox back in Seattle, starting game 2 of a 3-game set. I'm Guff. Have a great rest of your night. White Sox lose 6-1. Take that.